Hi, welcome to probably the most perfect day Chicago's had in a long time. Also, welcome back to the garage, which is the subject of today. What may the subject be, Patrick? Well, I have a two-car garage. And the problem is, what if I want to have a second car or even a guest? Doesn't seem to be much of a problem until I do this. Yeah, welcome to Chicago, where we have lots of alleys. How am I going to get two cars into this garage without running into each other in an alley that is barely wider than the length of one of the cars? Now, I got lucky that this 20-year-old car here is kind of small. What if it's a sedan? A normal car. I'm not talking about parking a big truck or something. Just a normal car. How do I keep them from running into each other? Well, I had an idea. It doesn't seem to be very original on the surface, and that is using our very best friend, the tennis ball. Great. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to hang the tennis balls, a series of them, down the center spine of the garage door to align with the seam on the floor, okay, which is the absolute dead center of the garage. But I'm not going to just put a screw eye in this and hang it from a string, because I need to have stability. These things can't just be swinging all over the place, when the door opens, because like I said, I'm going to mount them to the door, okay? They need to be stable so that I can pull the car in without having to wait 40 years for these tennis balls to stop swinging around. And I'm thinking, because I haven't engineered it yet, I'm thinking that I would only want the tennis balls to be down with the door open. How can I have the balls be retracted when I put the door... I would want the tennis balls to be down with the door up, but with the door shut, I want the tennis balls up out of the way. How can I do that? Well, let me see what I can do. Here's what I've started with. I've got 6 tennis balls here, along with a string, and I don't want any pieces of metal sticking into these tennis balls. So what did I do? Well, I did a little bit of blacksmithing and made myself a giant needle out of a coat hanger. I know. This is why it's a Malapopism. There's no prototyping in this one. Well, not that I know of, but there's definitely some weird stuff going on. So I pounded one end flat and put a hole in it, and I used an angle grinder to make a sharp point on the other. So what these things are doing is the string is going through the ball completely. So let me put this together and see if I can share the results with you. Okay, well, I've finished, so here's what I've done. See, the balls here are strung in 2 dimensions, 2 directions, the sides and the front and back. They're tied to each other with the front and back, okay? So from the outside, it looks like that, okay? All right, so there's two reasons why the reason why the balls are from side to side is so that they're stable. They don't swing a lot when the door opens and shuts. And the reason why they're tied to each other is twofold. One, that if they move together. If you bump them with the car, they'll all move. And it's nice that this string is like super loud, like neon string. But the other reason why is, well, I need to keep these things from tangling when the door closes. So let's see what happens when I do that. Close the garage door.
You got it?
See that? And so when the garage door opens, open the garage door, they should fall back into place. Okay, so let's see how it works with the actual car. Okay, first off, I highly recommend driving with a camera in your hand. Do it all the time, please. Don't do it. Bad idea. Luckily for us, I'm not driving, I'm parking. So, let's see. Door's opening. And it looks like the balls have fallen into the proper place. So, I'm going to back her in. And it'll let me know if I hit a ball. So far, so good. All right, just get us all straightened out here. All right, balls are by the window here. I'll hit the curb and done. So if there was another car over here, I could be confident I'm not going to hit him. Because, like I said, this car's 20 years old. I know, I'm not beating around the bush. I'm not beating that to death because this car doesn't have any of the schmancy things that modern cars have. Like, especially like the 3D stuff that I see on cars now. This car doesn't even have the little ultrasonic beeper things. It's all old school. Hope I don't hit stuff, okay? Whatever is going to go over here, it'll be easier for that car, but at least now I've got something old school that keeps this thing from running into the other car. Because, man, to me, that strikes me as really, really, really stupid. Running your cars into each other, but what an unforced error, right? You're spending money on, at least it's not somebody, I mean, if it's somebody else running into you, okay, at least you have to fix your car, but if you're running into your own car, oh my God, I just wouldn't be able to live with myself if I did that. So, easy enough fix. 4 tennis balls. I originally started with 6, but looks like I only need 4. So, there you go. I hope this is useful for you. Have a great one.